Hi there! Having conquered Lambda functions, we're now venturing into API Gateway. This powerful service acts as the bridge between clients and backend services, bringing us one step closer to our web application with AWS Amplify. Let's dive in and unleash the full potential of API Gateway.
Hello everyone, welcome back to YouTube video series on Amazon SalesMaker and machine learning web application. So we have seen that using Lambda function, we can test our input data, and Lambda function was working very well. Now next thing what we need to do, we need to use API Gateway, because ultimately what is our aim? Our aim is to build an API, build a web application. Okay, so for that we can directly type this API Gateway, which is here because I recently visited, or you can type here and you can go from there. So just type API Gateway. So here it is, just click it. So this is our API Gateway. So in our API Gateway, if you scroll down, you'll see REST API. We have to make REST API. So just click build. We have to create new API. We can give any name, my loan API. Okay. Endpoint name regional. We are not going to do any change. Okay. Create API. Okay. So what it is doing? It is creating API. So it has successfully created REST API, and this is ID of API. Okay. Now once API is created, what we need to do, we need to just click here on resources, and then we can click here create method. So just click here. Now we'll come to this place. Now we have to choose method type. So we'll choose post and integration type, because we are interacting with Lambda function. So I'll just click it, Lambda function, and then I'll keep everything as it is, and then I'll put Lambda function. So remember, my Lambda function name was my Lambda 14 loan function. See, so this was our Lambda function. Okay, now method request setting. So nothing we are going to do here, request body, nothing, that's it. And then we can just click create method. Okay, so now method is created in post. Now after creation of post method, we need to do another step. So next thing what we need to do, we need to click here. We already created this post method. Next we can click here, and once we'll click here, there is one option, enable course. So what that means is, so what is the meaning of this enable course? Enable course, we are enabling course. Course means cross origin resource sharing. Okay, so in simple term, in layman language, what we are going to do, we are creating a method, we are creating a way so that this API can interact with other resources. Okay, enabling course in API Gateway, what it does, it allows our API to accept requests from client applications hosted on different domains, enabling cross-domain communication, because we need to interact with the different resources. So let us enable it. So just enable it. Okay. I'll just click post as well. So we'll leave everything as it is, and then we'll save here. Just put save. Okay. Now what we need to do, we already enabled the course. Now we need to deploy our API. So let us click here, deploy API, and select stage. We can say new stage, loan dev stage. Okay, and then put deploy. Okay, let us deploy it. So after deployment, once we did this core enabling, and after deployment, we'll reach here status, and you will see this invoke URL. So this is very important. So what we need to do, we need to copy it because we will need this link somewhere in our, so we are going to save it. Okay, we'll use it in our Amplify. So at this moment, this part for API gateway is over. So now what we are going to do, we'll use Amplify. We'll create an HTML application and we'll use this URL, and from there we'll make a complete web application. But prior to that, what we need to do, we need to check whether this API gateway is working or not. What next we need to do? We need to check whether this API is working or not. Very similar to what we did in our Lambda function. So just click it here on post, and then after clicking here, you'll see we are having this this tab here. So if you'll click here, you'll find this test option. Remember, AWS keep changing their appearance, so maybe next time they might have something different, but idea here is we have to reach this test option. So just click it here, and after clicking here, we have to check whether it is working or not. So here I'm going to put very similar JSON file what we use in our Lambda function. Okay, so what we can do, we can just copy and paste our JSON file what we utilize in our Lambda function test event. I just copied and paste. You can see the same file, these are our feature vector: applicant income, co-applicant income, loan amount, loan duration, and other factors. So just test it. Let's see what it does. Just click test here. Wait. Perfect. So you can see this is working. It is saying status 200 means it is working. Response body approved. Perfect. So now onward, what we'll do, we'll use our Amplify function. We'll start from scratch and we'll make our final web application.
We request support for child education and food supply. Your contribution can make a difference in their lives.